So there are people who say, let's just give them a raggedy little 40 acres and a mule. That wasn't much back then, but it's a lot now. A lot of you, in fact, give me a yes in the chat. Give me a yes if you own less than 40 acres of land. How many of you own less than 40 acres of land? Some of y'all own a lot of land. That's true. But give me a yes if your land ownership is less than 40 acres, right? And give me another yes, a double yes, if somebody offered you 40 acres, you'd be ecstatic to get 40 acres. 40 acres might instantly make you close to a millionaire right? So 40 acres of land ain't cheap, right? So they were going to give black people 40 acres and a mule. And so there were people that didn't want that. And he's saying, according to Dr. Anderson's book, Dirty Little Secrets, I'm on page 197, he's saying that basically the Indian tribes, pretty much for the most part, said, screw those Negroes. They don't deserve no land. But we want casinos and shit. All right, excuse my French. I'm gonna stop cussing. That just came out of me. I can't help it. All right, so let's keep going here. All right, so our it says here. Let's keep reading here. This is good. Consequently, a committee of colored people of the Choctaw and Chickasaw Indian nations. Listen to this. They filed a letter of protest. What are they protesting? What are you? They filed a letter of protest. So they went to white folks and wrote a letter of protest to the U.S. Senate and House of Representatives of the United States Congress in January of 1870. They argued that as ex-slaves of Indians, they were still being deprived of their rightful economic inheritance. Okay, so I get it now. Okay, so you had colored people inside the tribe who said, "Hey, look, yo, we're in the tribe too. We had to go where we were. I was a Chickasaw slave. I had to go where my Chickasaw master went. I was a Choctaw slave. I had to go where my Choctaw master went. I was in the tribe too." And so in 1870, this is 155 years ago, people that look like you, that were in these Indian tribes, wrote letters to Congress and said, where's our money at? Run me my check. So literally 100 years before Martin Luther King said, "I'm here to collect my check," you had ancestors in 1870 who also said, "We're here to collect our check. We want our check. We want our land. We want casinos too. Whatever you're giving to the other Indians like us, because we're all Indians here, and we want a piece of that too." So I'm gonna guess what we're gonna probably read here, and what you're probably gonna read is that there was a conspiracy amongst the leadership in those Indian tribes to make sure these Negroes are left out of the money pot. That's what I'm gonna guess. That's the nature. In case you want to know, that's the nature of Dr. Claude Anderson's lawsuit. And I really think that the reason I get so angry about our just insistence on relying on the public schools to teach our kids history is because the one of the biggest lies they tell you about history is that there is some sort of natural alliance between Native Americans and black people. That naturally, oh, they're minorities too. They're minorities just like you and Paco who just came from Mexico, and you and the gay guy and the trans. To hell with that, man. No, we're in kind of a pot by ourselves. I ain't got nothing against nobody else, but we're kind of ain't nobody else gone through what we gone through. Nobody else has been, we're like the little kid that comes to school that smells like pee every day. Nobody was really trying to be his friend. Right, so when he wins the lottery, stop acting like you were down with him from the beginning, because you wasn't. Because he was a little stinky boy that smelled like pee. Didn't nobody want to play with him? So stop lying. Stop acting like we got all these allies. I ain't seen not near an ally act like an ally